Aman, how much is the profit you have got under the revaluation account?
36,000.
36,000 is the amount of profit you have got. Okay. And Sania?
The profit distributed is 33,000 and the full amount is
Correct.
36,000.
That is right. The amount of profit in the revaluation account will be 33,000. See, let me show you the revaluation account. Those of you who haven't completed it or who did it incorrectly, kindly tally your solution. See, on the revaluation account, in the revaluation account on the credit side, we'll first of all write down the value of the creditors, right? And then, sorry, value of the land. Since the value of the land is increasing by 30,000, so the increase in the value of the land is indicated on the credit side of the revaluation account. Then the value of the creditor is also reducing by 6,000, so we need to show the value of the creditor on the credit side as well. And on the liability, on the debit side, we have the value of the building. Since the value of the building is reducing by 3,000, so I have indicated the value of the building on the debit side. So land and building, creditor, buildings. And first of all, we will total the value of the credit side. We will get 36,000, and subtracting 3,000 out of it, we will get 33,000 as the amount of profit. And this profit will be distributed among the partner A, B, and C in the ratio in their old profit sharing ratio. So that means A is going to get 16,500, B will be getting 11,000, and C will be getting 5,500. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how the revaluation account will look like. Okay. Also confirm whether you have prepared the partners capital account or not.
Yes, sir.
And
I've
you
done.
prepared partners capital account. Eman,
Yes, sir.
you prepared it. Halima, what about you? Okay. So please tell me the closing balance of the partners capital account, all of you, one by one, starting with Sania.
Okay. 1,000 balances like.
I'm talking about the closing balance of the partners capital account.
Okay. 1,56,000, then 71,000 and 10,500.
Could you please repeat it one more time?
1,56,000.
Uh-huh.
Then 71,000 and 10,500.
Okay. Aman, what is the closing balance you have got?
1,56,500 and 71,000 and 35,500.
This is not the closing balance, nah? This is the credits. I think you guys are telling me the credit side balance of the partners capital account. I'm talking about the closing balance of the partner, the final closing balance, that is balance CD. Balance CD is how much? Okay, anyways, let me show you the correct partners capital account. But before preparing the partners capital account, you need to adjust the self-valued goodwill in the partners capital account. So have you guys did that? You need to first pass the general entry for the self-valued goodwill. So whether you have done it or not. Okay, never mind. Let me show you the correct solution of the partners capital account. This is how partners capital account will be prepared. So firstly, we'll write down the opening balance of the partners capital account, which is already given in the balance sheet, right? So this is the opening balance. By mistake, I have not written it at the top. I forgot to write it there, so I have written it here. So this is the opening balance: 10,000, 50,000, and 25,000. These are the opening balances of the partner, right? After that, we need to adjust the value of the goodwill among the partner as well, na? So for that purpose, in order to adjust the value of the goodwill among the partners, see in the question, you can see the value of the self-valued goodwill is how much? It is 1,50,000. And since it is the self-valued goodwill, then tell me, how do we treat it? Self-valued goodwill is to be adjusted among the partners. Correct. It is to be adjusted among the partners in the gaining and the sacrificing share. So for that purpose, we will have to find out the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner. So therefore, I have to make a extra working note. I made an extra working note indicating the calculation of the partners gaining and sacrificing shares. So once you will calculate the gaining and sacrificing shares of the partner, you will get A's share as -1/6. That means A is going to sacrifice. B is having a zero value. That means neither he is gaining or not sacrificing. C have got the positive balance. That means he will be gaining 1/6. Okay. After that, we need to pass the journal entry, taking into consideration who is gaining and who is sacrificing. So I'll pass the journal entry. C's capital account debit to A's capital account. And the value of the goodwill is how much? It is 1,50,000, right? 1,50,000 into 1/6. So it will be 1,50,000 divided by 6. It will be 25,000 only. Okay, so therefore I have debited the C's capital account by 25,000, and A's capital account will also be debited by 25,000. Got it? Is this calculation clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, since the capital account is being debited and credited in this journal entry, so we need to carry these value to the partner's capital account. We need to show these value into the partner's capital account as well, right? Is that correct? So
Yes.
we'll go to the partner's capital account. Pay attention, try to understand. See, C's capital account is debited, right? C's account is debited by 25,000. So we'll go to the partner's capital account on the debit side in the column of C. We'll write down 25,000. C account is debited by 25,000, but pay attention, try to understand. On the particular column, we'll write down A's capital account. We'll write down A's capital account. Say this means that C will be sacrificing. C's account will be debited. C will be contributing or giving 25,000 to A. So therefore, on the debit side of the partner's capital account, we'll write down the name of A and amount will be written in the column of C. Got it? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, coming back to the journal entry, here you can see to A's capital account is credited, right? A's capital account is credited. So we'll go to the A's capital account, partner's capital account on the credit side and write down in the A's column, we'll write down 25,000. So that means A's capital account is being credited. But this, from where this amount is coming from, this amount is being contributed by C. So we'll write down the name of C by C's capital account 25,000. Got it? This is how general entries will be posted to the partner's capital account. I hope this is clear to all of you. Eman, Halima, and Sani.
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, there's one more thing. See, as you know that we have a profit in the revaluation account, right? So these profit need to be transferred to the partner's capital account as well, na? So these profit has been transferred to partner's capital account. A's account is credited by 16,500. See, this has been transferred to partner's capital account on the credit side. B's capital account will be credited by 11,000 and C's capital account will be credited by 55,000. Tell me, is this clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have general reserve in the balance sheet. Everyone is able to see that on the liability side we have the general reserve. General reserve is, I've already told you that it is a part of profit, if you are able to recall that, right?
Yes.
It is a part of profit, right? And since it is a part of profit, and if nothing is given in the question regarding the treatment of the general reserve, then what do we do with the general reserve? We just distribute it among the partners in the old profit sharing ratio. So that is what I have done. I've distributed the general reserve among the partners in the old PSI. You can see on the credit side of the partner's capital account, I have written the value of the general reserve 15,000, 10,000 and 5,000 being distributed among the partner in the old PSR. I hope this is clear to everyone.
Sir, I got this all same, but then for the first one, I got 1,56,000. By balance brought down is 1 lakh, sir.
by balance brought down is 1 lakh. So, but the balance brought down is only 10,000, I guess. Let me check
From the
question.
question,
Oh yeah, it was 1 lakh only. Oh, that means I have made a mistake. Okay. In that case, I think I'll have to correct my solution. Sorry. So you did everything correctly, right?
yes, sir.
All right.
Sir, even I got 1,56,000.
You got 1,56,000. Okay, just let me change these values. 1,56,000. Okay, then in that case, it will be transferred to the balance sheet. It will be 1,56,000. And I guess then it will also change. Could you just tell me the whether balance sheet is tallied or not?
Sir, I didn't do the balance sheet.
Didn't do the balance sheet. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. I'm not sure whether my balance sheet will tally or not. I think I don't know whether I have made a mistake somewhere else also. Let me check. It will be 1,56,000 only.
Sir, I got 1,56,500.
1,56,500. Everyone.
I got 1,56,500.
25,000 plus 16500 plus
Yes, sir, 500.
500. Okay. Yeah, that is it. 1,56,500. I'm doing 1,56,500. Okay, so we just need to prepare the balance sheet in the question, na? Only. Okay, so see, while preparing the balance sheet, what do we do? First of all, we carry the value of the capital from the partner's capital account into the balance sheet on the credit side, on the liability side. See, all these balances, the closing balance of the partner A, B, and C will be transferred to the balance sheet on the liability side. 1,56,500, 71,000, and 10,500. Right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll write down all the items of the balance sheet one by one, considering the changes. See, the value of the land was revalued. If you remember, the value of the land was revalued to 80,000, right? So we'll go to the revaluation account and write down the value of the we'll go to the balance sheet and write down the value of the land as 80,000. I hope this is clear. On the asset side, we have written 80,000. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And then the value of the building was depreciated by 6%. Na? So value of the building was 50,000. When it will depreciate by 6%, the new value of the building will only be 47,000. Is that correct? So the value of the building reduced by 3,000. The new value of the building will be 47,000. Is it okay, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I guess there is no change in the value of the plants. So the value of the plant remain unchanged. Therefore, I have taken the same value in the new balance sheet as 1 lakh. Plant has been valued at 1 lakh only. No change in the value of the plant. Stock also remains same. There is no change in the value of the stock as well. So value of the stock will be reflected at same price 40,000. Value of the debtors also will also be reflected at same price, same value 30,000, and the bank balance will now be reflected at same value 5,000, since there is no change in the bank balance as well. Okay, I think I have written everything on the asset side of the balance sheet. Now moving on to the liability side, the value of the creditor have reduced by 6,000 since the 6,000 has been written off. So the new value of the creditor will only be 44,000. So on the liability side, you can see I have written 44,000 as the value of the creditors. And then there is bills payable as well. Bills payable have remained unchanged to 20,000. So I have taken the same value in the new balance sheet as well, 20,000. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess I have written everything. I don't think we need to do any other adjustment. And I'm also not sure whether my balance sheet is going to tally or not. Let's just tally the balance sheet. So it will be 80,000 plus 40,000 plus 1 lakh, then 40,000, then 30,000 plus 5,000. It will be 3 lakh 2,000. And on the liability side, we have 1,56,500, 156,500 plus 71,000 plus 10,500. It will be 2,38,000. Adding 40,000, 44,000 plus 20,000. It will be 3,02,000 as well. So our balance sheet tally. Both the sides have got the same balance. That means we did the question correctly. All right, Sania, Halima. Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are still writing?
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So this was all about question number 89. Now we'll move to the next question. I think I gave question number 90 for your homework as well. So all of you tried this question as well. Question 90.
Sir, can you do this question?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Okay, so let's start with question number 90. In this question also we need to prepare the revaluation account, the partners capital account, and the balance sheet, and the journal entries as well. So it is going to take a lot of time. I'm skipping the journal entry part. You can do it yourself as well. Okay, so since only okay, I'll pass the journal entry for the valuation of for the self-valued goodwill only. Okay, and other journal entry, I guess you can do it yourself also. So well, let's start with the revaluation account. Let me just prepare all the accounts. You'll have to wait for 2 minutes. All right, done. So first of all, let's continue with the revaluation account. See, in this question, there are two partners, X and Y. They have the profit sharing ratio as 5:3, and their new profit sharing ratio is 3:5. Their machinery and stock has been revalued to 45,000 and 8,000. Okay, so first information is about the revaluation. So the value of the machinery is also increasing and the value of the asset, value of the stock is also increasing. Na? Value of the goodwill, value of the machinery is 45,000. That means the value of the machinery have increased by 7,000. Is that correct? Value of the building, value of the machinery have increased by 7,000. And then value of the stock is also revalued to 8,000. That means there is an increase in the value of the stock by 1,000. Okay, so we'll go to the revaluation account and write down on the credit side of the revaluation account. We'll write down by just a minute, by machine. Then the stock has also increased. So we'll write down by stock 1,000. After that, the second thing is claim on account of workman compensation is 6,000. So workman compensation is 10,000, right? The reserve has the reserve that we have made is of 10,000. Out of this, workman, the actual claim is only 6,000. All right,
Yes.
6,000 is the actual claim. That means we can adjust the compensation reserve toward the workman compensation claim by 6,000. The remaining amount can be distributed among the partners in the old PSR. Remaining amount is how much? Remaining amount will be 4,000. So 4,000 need to be distributed among the partners in the old PSR. So workman compensation reserve will be indicated in the partners capital account. We'll go to the partners capital account. Partners capital account, and remaining 4,000 will be distributed to both X and Y. Just a minute. Yeah. So remaining amount will be how much? It will be 4,000, and the ratio is 5 is to 3. Nah? So that means 5/8. All right. And if we'll calculate 4,000 into 5/8, we will get 2,500. So A will be getting, A's account will be credited by workman compensation reserve by 2,500 and 1,500. Got it? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have the value of the goodwill. This is the self-valued goodwill. So for that purpose, you will have to first of all find out the gaining and sacrificing shares, and then accordingly distribute the adjust the goodwill among the partner. And the value of the goodwill is also not given. We will have to find out the self-valued goodwill also. So I'm waiting for you to finish. Just find out the value of the goodwill and let me know the answer. Just do it quickly. Let me know the value of the goodwill.
So 12,000.
12,000 is the value of the goodwill, right?
Yes.
And after distributing it among the partners, after adjusting it among the partners, tell me how much will be adjusted between A and B. Who will be gaining and who will be sacrificing? I think B is gaining now. B is gaining and A is sacrificing, right?
Mm.
Tell me who is gaining and who is sacrificing.
So in this old itself is a sacrificing, right?
Sorry,
The old ratio itself is sacrificing ratio, right? Because the new
old
ratio,
ratio.
oh, it's given new ratio. Okay.
Yeah, the ratio is
Sir,
given.
X
Okay.
is gaining and Y is sacrificing.
X is gaining and Y is sacrificing. Are you sure? Y is X and Y 5:3. Now he'll be showing 3/5. So I guess 3/5, 3/8. So I think X should sacrifice. Na? X is sacrificing, Y is gaining. Is that what you're saying? Sania, please confirm the gaining and the sacrificing share.
X is gaining and Y is sacrificing.
X gaining, Y sacrificing. Okay. So tell me the general entry in this case. General entry will be X capital account will be debited,
To Y.
right?
Yes.
Y's capital account will be credited. So X capital account will be debited. So that means we'll go to the partner's capital account and write down on the debit side, we'll write down by Y's capital account. By two Y's capital account on the debit side. Also tell me the amounts. Also tell me the value. Sani and Aman. The
2,500.
value of the goodwill was how much? It was 12,000, na? And how much is the gaining and
7,500.
sorry? The value of the goodwill was 12,500.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how much is X is how much X is sacrificing?
2/8.
2/8.
X is gaining.
X is gaining. X is gaining. So 12,500. 12,500 into 2/8. So it will be 12,500 into 2/8. This will be 3,125, right?
Yes.
31 X is gaining. So I'll have to write down by X is gaining 3,125.
The goodwill is just 12,000, right?
Goodwill is 12,000. 12,000. I'm not sure. Since who is telling me 12,500? Aman, did you got 12,500 as the value of the goodwill?
No, sir.
How much you have got?
12,000.
Okay, so both of you have got the same value, 12,000. So 12,000 into 2 by 8, right? So 12,000 into 2 by 8, we will get 3,000. And X is gaining, Y is sacrificing. That means X account need to be debited, right? X account need to be debited by 3,000. And we'll write down the name of Y to Y's capital account. And here Y is sacrificing. That means Y's account need to be credited by 3,000. Is that correct, both of you?
Yes.
Okay. This is it. And now moving on to the next item. I think we dealt with every adjustment given in the question. Now we'll move to the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, first of all, we have the goodwill. Goodwill need to be written off, right? It need to be written off among the loss of writing of the goodwill need to be borne by both the partners X and Y. So at 8,000 will be distributed among the partners. 8,000 in the old PSR. Okay, so 8,000 in the old PSR. $8,000 into old PSR was 5 by 8, so 5,000. Okay, 5,000 and 3,000. So I'll write down to goodwill. 5,000 and 3,000. The loss of writing of the goodwill is distributed among the partners in the old PSR. Got it? Is this clear as well?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And let's talk about the other values in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we have furniture, machinery, sundry debtors, stock, nothing requires any kind of adjustment, bank balance. Then we have advertisement suspense account. This is the kind of laws that need to be adjusted, that need to be written off as well among the partners. So 800 will be distributed between X and Y. So that means we'll go to the partners capital account again and write down to advertisement suspense account 500 and 300. Got it? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Coming back to the question, we are done with the asset side of the balance sheet. Now we'll move to the liability side. On the liability side, we have X capital account and Y capital account. So these are the opening balances. So we'll have to write these values in the balance sheet. X capital was 52 and Y was 54. So by opening balance, by balance, BD 52,000 and 54,000. Got it, everyone? We have a general reserve as well, and since nothing is mentioned regarding the general reserve, it need to be adjusted among the partners. It need to be distributed among the partners. General reserve is 4,800 given in the question. We will be distributing it among the partners. So we'll write down by general reserve. 4,800 into 5 by 8. So this will be 3,000, and for Y it will be 1,800. Done? Is it clear? Divided it in the old PSR. Got it, everyone? Eman, Sania,
Yes.
Halima.
Yes, sir.
Then Then we have sundry creditors, employees provident fund is a liability, sundry creditor is a liability. Nothing is given in the question regarding treatment of the sundry creditor, employee provident fund. So we won't be doing anything regarding these values. Compensation, workman compensation, we already treated workman compensation. So this is it. I guess we are done with all the items given in the balance sheet. So all we need to do is just find out the closing balance of the partner. So let's just find out the closing balance of the partner. So I'll write down to balance sheet. So it will be 52,000 plus 2,500 plus 3,000 and minus 3,000 minus 5,000 minus 500. We will get 49,000 as the closing balance of X, 49,000. Please confirm if you are getting the same value. Then for Y, we will do 54,000 plus 1,500 plus 3,000 plus 1,800 and subtract 3,000 out of it.
Sir,
Then
on the credit side, won't we write by revaluation account?
Yeah. I just forgot to write it. What I'm doing. Ah. Okay, so we need to write down the value of the revaluation as well. So in the revaluation, we have a profit. So by profit transfer to. So there is a profit of how much? There is a profit of 8,000, right? It will be transferred among the partners, distributed among the partner, X and Y, and X will be getting 5,000 and Y will be getting 3,000. Is it correct, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now transferring the value of the profit to the partner's capital account, I'll write down by the valuation account 5,000 and 3,000. Now the value of the closing capital for X will increase by 5,000. So 49,000 plus 5,000, it will be 54,000. Then for Y, it will be 54,000 plus 1,500 plus 3,000 plus 1,800 plus 3,000 minus 63,300 minus 3,000 minus 300. So it will be 60,000. Closing balance for Y is 60,000. Both of you are getting the same answer, 63,300, and then it will be 62,500. Sania Aman, please confirm if you're getting the same value. Aman, Sania, Halima. You guys are still calculating.
Yes.
Do it quickly, let me know the values. I think this is correct. Now we will just carry forward the closing balance of the partner to the balance sheet. I'll write down capital account, balances of the partner capital account. Balance of the partner for X and Y, it will be 54,000 plus 60,000. So sum total will be 54,000 plus 60,000. It will be 1,14,000. Then now coming back to the balance sheet, all the values that have changed or that remain unchanged need to be recorded in the balance sheet. So goodwill is completely written off. We don't have to write down the value of the goodwill anymore. Machinery has been, the value of the machinery was increased now 45,000. So we'll write down the new value of the machinery. $45,000. And after that we have the value of the just a minute, the value of the furniture remain unchanged, I guess. Yeah, furniture remain unchanged. So that means furniture, the value of the furniture was 15,000. After that we have sundry debtor. The value of the debtor also remain unchanged, 33,000. So sundry debtors. Then after that we have stock 7,000. Stock, the value of stock have increased by 1,000. That means the new value of the stock will be reflected in the balance sheet at 8,000. Then we have the bank balance that remain unchanged, so 25,000. Bank at 25,000. This is it on the asset side. Coming to the liability side, we have written the value of the capital. General reserve is already distributed among the partners. Sundry creditor remain unchanged at 5,000. So sundry creditors. After that, we have employees provident fund that also remain unchanged. So employees provident fund. At 1,000. Then we have workman compensation. See, out of workman compensation, 6,000 has been the workman compensation claim. So this time, instead of writing down the value of the workman compensation reserve, we will write down the value of the workman compensation claim. Since the actual liability is only 6,000, we have anticipated that there will be a compensation reserve of 10,000, but the compensation claim is actually made for 6,000 only. So the liability to pay towards the workman compensation only stands at 6,000. So we'll write down the value of the workman compensation at 6,000 only. I'm not writing down the value of the workman compensation reserve. I'm writing down the value of the workman compensation only. Workman compensation till now stands at 6. This is a liability that need to be paid to the workers. This is it. I guess I have written all the value in the balance sheet. Right, everyone is getting this. Everyone is able to understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's just total all these value and just ensure whether we are getting the both the sides have the same balance or not. 45,000 plus 15,000 plus 33,000 plus 8,000 plus 25,000. Okay, so we have got 1,26,000 on the asset side, and on the debit side we have 114,000. Sorry, 11. Okay, 1,14,000 plus 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 6,000. Okay, thank God we got the same balance, 1,26,000. Tell me, Halima, Sania, and Aman, all of you understood this question, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is it for today's session. I'm giving you one question for your homework. Question number, question number 91. This is going to be your homework. Question number 91. Please take the screenshot of this question. In this question, you need to prepare the you are required to prepare the revaluation account. That I'm expecting that you will be easily be able to prepare the revaluation account, and also question asks you to prepare the partner's capital account and the balance sheet. Okay, by opening the partner's current, it also requires you to open the partner's current account. Okay, so I'm giving you this question as your homework. I'm hoping that you will be able to solve